Huh. I've only gotten 2 pages of any CGs whatsoever. That's odd. They seem to be all in order. Oh, right, that disturbing one. Okay. Haha, let's not look at that one much more. And the ending list. Man, that's like halfway through, and the CGs are only like 2 parts of... I guess maybe the CGs are more clumped towards the ends, and maybe the bad ends aren't as common near the actual true ending parts, and you have more CGs in the true end. I don't know. Maybe. I'm also trying to figure out precisely what goes about giving me the true ends. Actually, here's an interesting thought. The true ending here has the same color as the choices that don't seem to lead me to bad ends. So maybe the choices for the blue ones, the blue choices are what determines my good and bad endings. Or no, not my good and bad, sorry, my true ends, which true end I get. It doesn't seem like the true ends actually go about, well, just based on what I've seen so far, it doesn't seem like this is like a branching narrative. I'm thinking the choices I make on the blue ones will probably determine which true ending I get. It might branch a little bit towards the ending, but I'm getting a feeling that it doesn't branch just based on how this has been structured so far. But yeah, Future of the Reckless. I'm actually probably 1 or 2 more farther forward after this too. Okay. Well, back to it. Hello and welcome back to Sound of Drop Fall into Poison. Last time we walked back into the jellyfish room and discovered a bunch of faces. I actually thought about it a little bit and it came to mind. The idea that Mayumi, when she died from the... Well, when I died from the jellyfish sting way back when, the idea that she like sort of became a jellyfish somehow in that whole idea, it's a bit of a weird concept, but suddenly it feels that concept is hitting a bit more close to home. I wonder if that's connected. Okay, so the choices are to go back or to move on. I feel as though we gotta be determined. We have to move on. Maybe? I feel as though that's probably the better choice. Going back will make me more hesitant. It'll make me more likely to mess up. If I'm determined and move forward, then at the very least, I feel as though Mayumi's mental state will be a bit more effective in dealing with the scenario. My resolution can no longer be shaken. If I go back, I don't know if it'll be safe. In that case, I have to choose the way with even a small chance. Unable to tell whether I'm floating or standing, I frantically move my arms and legs. Faces are closing in, but even as I look up, I'm not afraid. Persuading myself, I move a bit forward. Even if there's no feeling left in my legs, I get the feeling that I'm actually drawing closer to the door. Just a little more. Oh crap, that's not good. Suddenly, a loud sound interrupts my movements. The sound is familiar to me. A sound I've heard in this jellyfish booth before. The sound of the glass breaking resonates from behind me. Still, I won't give up. I refuse to turn around. If I were to see something bad right now, this time my heart may really break. In that case, it may be better for me to not know. On the heels of that thought, various voices, all laughing and crying, begin to resonate behind me. They're probably the voices of those faces floating in the blood. The voices steadily draw near, and finally closing in on me. Fish with human faces. They say that the fish with human faces swim about. It reminds me of an urban legend Himeno talked about. However, I don't have time to be in shock over a rumor being true. I won't falter. Human faces and shards of glass are passing by the edge of my field of vision. Occasionally they touch my cheek or my forehead, but I move forward. As I drift as I move along, grabbing the door with a crack. I encourage myself out loud so I don't lose focus. I have no idea what lies ahead. Almost at the same time as I pull on the door, I begin to feel heavy pressure against my back. It's heavy. Why? I can guess what has happened. Suddenly the fish are stopping me from moving on. This feeling of having my clothes pulled is proof of that. I never thought fish would be this strong. I'm going, so... I bite down on my lip and try to move forward. The harder I try to move forward, the stronger the fish's resistance becomes. Himeno suffering even more. Shut my eyes and grind my back molars, then hurl myself at the door. The door flies open, I fall to the ground. Even so, I muster up the strength to shut the door. There's no longer any pressure against my back. Beyond the door is not the Fish of the World booth. It's dark and narrow, similar to the staff passageway I passed through before. Turning around and looking around, I realized this is a passageway after all. So the jellyfish booth had at least three doors. The one I initially came through, the one that leads to the entrance, and the door that connects to the staff-only passageway. A close inspection shows me this wall is made of one-way glass. It's been created using something stronger than acrylic fiber. There's water in the space between, serving as a border between the booth and the other side, like a magic mirror. It's been made so that customers cannot see the staff members moving about. Oh, this is a cool little area. From here, I can see the Fish of the World booth. Is this the same place I was before? It looks familiar. From here, I can see the Fish of the World booth. Somehow, this place feels safer when compared to the jellyfish booth. But let's be realistic. Many places would feel safer than that until you see what's going to happen. It's very different from the first time I visited, with the offensive smell being completely gone. Inside, I can see familiar silhouettes. That's 2 females. One is adult, the other is a girl. 2 that I recognize. The visibility is a bit dicey, making it hard to tell, but it looks like the girl from earlier, and Saginuma Rieko-san. The female aquarium employee, the heartless one, who said Himeno couldn't be saved. The 2 of them are in front of the tank I am looking at. The fact that they haven't realized I'm here must mean this is really something of a one-way mirror. Both of them are facing each other with their expressions grim. The sound is cut off by all layers, but you can tell they are arguing over something. At that moment, the girl raises her hand, her right hand to Saginuma-san, and follows through with all of her might. She slaps her with such vigor that it surely resonates with a loud, dry smacking sound that I can't hear because reasons. Man, just no background noise at all really is a bit weird at the moment. Saginuma-san rubs her left cheek and grins widely. Seeing Saginuma-san grin with such composure after being struck gives me the chills. The girl only deepens the crease in her brow. Oh, That's a good question. Which is better? I could... at this rate, things will only intensify. I realize I have to stop them. Well, I realize I have to stop them so I can either stop them or I can observe. How do I stop them even, though? That's my question. Do I, pound on the glass and get their attention? Something that they wouldn't notice me for? It's just a distraction to lower their intensity some? If I observe, then there's a decent chance someone will die. Because let's be realistic, there's a decent chance everyone will die every single time I boot this up. I don't think I've seen anyone else die, though. That's interesting. Himeno is the only one that seems to be in a real constant danger. Actually, no. I mean, even with the orca stuff, I was the one who died in the bad ends. I haven't seen the girl there die at all. I should probably... If I was in this situation, I'd probably find myself observing. So I'm not sure that's the better choice. I'm actually a bit 50-50 on this one, but I'm going to go with my gut on what I would personally do in this situation. No, I don't want to get pulled into this. I reconsider my decision. That girl said it strongly herself, that she wanted to be alone. Surely she would hate it if I intervened. If things escalate, it's a different story, but for now I decide to watch over their actions. Their quarrel continues, the girl using hand gestures to get Saginuma-san's attention. In contrast, she merely looks down on the girl. From my perspective as an outsider, it doesn't look like she's even paying attention. What could have happened? What in the world could bring them to such a climax? That's what she said. Though I have many questions, it's unlikely I'll get any answers. A sad expression appears on the girl's face for a moment as she looks away from Saginuma-san. It almost definitely has something to do with her father, right? It's almost at the same time. The composure leaves Saginuma-san's face. She creases her brow and opens her eyes wide, her nose twitching. Yeah, she's looking evil. Something has touched a nerve, and getting her attention even without that sound. That much is clear to me. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait. Without thinking about it, I pounded the wall. However, this doesn't cause so much as a ripple, leaving me cut off from the 2 of them. This time, Saginuma-san hits the girl, and she immediately grabs the nape of the girl's neck and throws her into the wall of the tank. There's no sign of the impact. No! No, 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 no! No! Oh, no! That escalated quickly. I thought I'd at least have time to do something. Oh, crap. I had no chance, did I? I had no chance. Even if I said, like, I wanted to, what would have I done? I would have pounded on the glass I can't get through? Oh my goodness. Having hit the back of her head on the tank, the girl falters and Sakinuma-san flips her body over, grabbing the back of her collar. The girl's face turned in my direction and realized that she has fainted. She's unconscious. A horrible premonition runs through me. The girl's chest pressed against the wall of the tank. Sakinuma-san grabs the back of her head and smashes against the wall over and over again. I can't see Sakinuma-san's face as it's bathed in the light from behind, which has become silhouette. The only thing I can see is her lips, which dangle in the shape of an anchor. No, at this rate she'll die. Without thinking, I scream. I have to help her. I can't stay quiet any longer. At any rate, I pound on the wall before me. Come on, please, let it get through. However, no matter how many times I strike it, Sakinuma-san does not look this way, as if the sound isn't going through. Since the sound from the other side isn't coming through, the sound from my side shouldn't go through either. Oh, it figures I have no choice but to go out there. I grope about, trying to find a crack in either side of the wall. From the top to the bottom, right to left, I go along the outer side of the tank, look to see if there's a way to get in from below. A hand of some sort would be great, or anything that could serve as a starting point. There's nothing. So even if I tried to do something from the beginning, I wouldn't have been able to do anything about. Oh, it's so frustrating. I like that girl. She was a good character. Oh my goodness, I want to kill that fucking bitch. Urgh. So I can't find any way whatsoever to get to the other side. Panicking over what I should do, I frantically search for the door. During that moment, the girl continues to have her forehead bashed against the tank right in front of my eyes. A gash is torn wide across her forehead, her blood clinging to the tank with each hit. The blood sticking to the tank makes a little red line as if someone tried to wipe a brush across it. That one line of blood quickly becomes two, and the two merge into one large flow of blood. No. Her eyes are wide open. Blood from the girl's forehead making them seem bright red. From those eyes, I sense no signs of life. Sakinuma's Reiko's lips are, of course, smiling. Stop this! Unable to stand anymore, I scream. However, it's pointless, merely echoing back through the passageway I'm in. Stop. It's already. No movement is left in the girl, save for the shaking of her eyeballs. Not just blood from her forehead, but from her entire body goes limp. Fluids from all over leak out. Huh? As the life has faded from the girl, I can see a small movement of her lips. I mimic that movement with my own mouth. The truth of the deep sea. As these words are unvoiced, I have no idea whether or not that's what she really said. However, to me, that's what it seemed like the girl was saying. Sakinuma Rieko tosses the girl. She flops over as she hits the floor, having reduced to a mere object. No. My mind goes blank and I sit down. I couldn't save her. She was right in front of me, at a distance short enough that I could have touched her by reaching out my hands. But I couldn't save her, or do anything to help. Just in case, Sakinuma Rieko kicks the girl over. Her heel strikes the hard floor, that which the girl's head flops over. Just like that, she leaves the fish of the world booth behind. Okay. And everything goes red. At that moment, I see bright red. Without a moment's pause, the girl's corpse loses all trace of life, decomposes, and goes beyond that to completely dried out. Some new phenomenon is starting. I can't stand up as I am right now. Oh, no, I'm powerless. I can't do anything. Something hot wells up behind my eyes. No. I don't want this. I don't want Himeno to die like this. But the image of the girl's expression as she was on the verge of death is scorched into my mind. So hollow, yet so desperate. Her face burning up with rage. That face keeps appearing within my bright red vision. The deep sea. The truth. Just before the flame of life was extinguished. I think those were the words the girl left me. Then what? I don't want to just sit here brooding like this. I liked her as a character. Don't stop killing off the characters I like. It makes me sad. I mean, I don't know what to say. Out of all the games I've played so far, I really haven't had to deal with them just, like, on the channel. I haven't had to deal much with them just killing off a character. Especially one that I liked. It sucks. God damn, it sucks. Especially in such a gruesome fashion. Big sister. That voice just now. Even though it feels easier to just break down and cry, hearing the voice of my little sister from somewhere brings me back. That was Mari's voice. Big sister, come this way. Mari, where are you? This way, come over here. Where? I said this way, over here. It's Mari. Mari's voice. It really is, but from where? Before I realize it, I'm on my feet. Mari's voice echoes about the room, like an announcement from a loudspeaker, but I can't find the source. I don't want to lose sight of that one strand of hope that has filled the hole left by my feelings of anxiety. Let's go. I cannot forget the girl's death. Stricken with grief and near the breaking point, I hold myself together. Thanks to Mari. Oh, fuck you, game. In, like, the good way. It's willing to do that. I like that it's willing to do that. It doesn't make me less sad. This is... Recklessly coming out of the passageway, I end up right where the tunnel tank lets out. Big sister. Oh, big sister, this way. Mari, is that you? I slowly turn in the direction where the voice is coming from. Exiting the tunnel tank, I can see a wide wall before me. In front of it stands a girl wearing winter clothes. Same place I saw Mari the first time. She really does look like the other girl, does she? Geez, big sister, did you get lost? Oh. Fuck you. Fuck you. Mari, I'm glad. Mari, are you really here? Really here? I'm right here. Sorry, Mari, but is it not weird to you that I'm 5 years older? The same color of hair as mine, same color eyes. We are often mistaken for twins. The silhouette of a doll, she is wearing the warm-looking overcoat. Mari's right there, looking just as she had that day. Mari, why are you here? Did you forget? Jeez, you're meaning we came together to the aquarium. There's no way I could forget, not at all. Just, why did he disappear? You're the one who got lost. I'm here. I've been here all along. Mari? Without hesitation, I embrace her. She must have caught a chill, as her body is cold to the touch. That's not a good sign. Big sister, what's wrong? This is embarrassing. It's fine, Mari. We're finally together again. Jeez, big sister, you're such a crybaby. That's right. After Mari points it out, I realize my cheeks are covered with tears. Just as I'm about to stop, I cry again. Okay, let's go. Mari says this in a cheerful voice as she pats my head. It's a strange feeling having my little sister rub my head, but not a bad one. I feel my head being enveloped in a soft feeling as if I am floating. Go where? We'll go somewhere higher up, together, you and I. Somewhere higher up? Higher, softer. That place is eternity, don't kill me. Eternity? Grinning ear to ear, Mari points her right index finger towards the ceiling. That feeling I've begun floating upwards grows even stronger. Yeah, there's nothing, yet everything there. It's really fun, very soft. A place we can always be. A world of happiness. Happiness. I don't really understand what Mari is trying to say. But if it's happiness, that might be okay. Despite the fact that I'm able to reunite with Mari like this, it makes me extremely happy. My thoughts melt together in happiness at being with Mari. I smell something sweet, with a hint of lemon. If that's what the world will be like, we'll surely be happy. Let's go together, big sister. Mari, don't get lost anymore. This seems really fishy. No pun intended up until the point I noticed it before saying it. Okay. Mari reaches her hand out for me. I sit uptight and reach for Mari's outstretched hand. I hear the sound of something falling down with a clatter. Oh my, this is important, isn't it? This seems like it's really important. And all of this seems so so fishy that I'm quite sure that going with her means death. I mean, even the outcome she described sounds like me dying. So... wait. Drawn to the sound, I look down at my feet. The keychain with the droplet and starfish, that precious memory from Mari and I. That unstable bridge connecting Himeno and I. The keychain has a sticker with a picture printed on it attached to its back, so it probably isn't Mari's, but it has the same shape. Sorry, Mari, I've been regretting not trading you the jellyfish keychain the whole time. I got hung up on something so petty, so... No, that whole thing, it doesn't matter. Huh? At Mari's word, I withdraw the hand I hold out to her. Just now, Mari said it doesn't matter, not don't worry about it, or it's not important. She declared it so nonchalantly. With that smile she always wears, my heart resounds with a loud thump. At that moment, Himeno's words float through my mind. For argument's sake, even if this Mari girl is here, she would have grown in 5 years, and her clothes wouldn't be the same. It's summer, so she wouldn't be wearing a coat, moreover. All of a sudden, the floating sensation disappears. Instead, I feel the impact of falling to the ground. In reality, I had been sitting, so my fall was more like a tipping over effect. This isn't right. This isn't right? What's wrong, big sister? Come on, let's go. No, this is not right. This clearly isn't right. Himeno's words vividly rushed through my mind. Surely Himeno had saved me, because I can clearly see the form of that thing before me. You're not Mari. No matter what, Mari's never the type of girl to just say it doesn't matter. Not to mention that the keychain had been so important to us. I can't see her declaring that something like that doesn't matter. What are you saying, big sister? I'm Mari. When Mari refers to herself as I, she always drags it out. As I get up, I announce... So, like, I forget what the actual word for it is. Yeah, there's, like, a word in Japanese I know that, like, is, like a he, she, but it's specifically for I. As I get up, I announce this to the thing that was before me. Yep. I'm Ma. Oh, hello, fish thing. The girl's body begins to become blurry, like a staticky image. I realize I can no longer look directly at her. I knew it. You're not Mari at all. The muddy is probably a fitting term here. The thing that had been Mari up to a short time ago begins to melt, transfiguring itself into one clump of countless fish. The fish begins swimming in the air without water. This pattern of behavior is bad. If I get caught up in this bizarre phenomena, I am sure to drown in this place with nothing. I have to get away. As I mumble this, I search for a door. If I can get through a door, I should be able to escape the phenomenon in front of me. Mari. Saying I wouldn't regret leaving them is a lie. That thing, it isn't Mari. It's just an aggregation of fish. I can't be deceived by them and lose sight of my precious goal. I was so naive. Fine. Even so, it's fine. It happened somehow. If I had time to get down about it, I just need to not let it happen next time. I will save her, no matter what. Finding a door, as I run away, I throw it open with a great force. And we're living. Yay, I haven't had a bad end for a while now. I don't know if people watch this with, like, hoping for the bad ends, but my goal is to not get bad ends. Because bad ends are bad. I think there was something that happened a while ago. About a year ago, something that happened in the summer, during break when I was looking over my notes for a quiz or something. Hey, you, keep this in mind. What? A girl from my class suddenly came to my seat, kicking my desk as she yelled at me. She was unexpectedly strong, the notes and stationery on my desk scattered about. She's a leader in our class, a part of the largest group. Having almost never spoken to her, I have no memory of ever making her mad. Unable to get mad, I was merely bewildered. Then Himeno showed up with her face downcast, picked up my stationery. I'm sorry, it's my fault. Your fault? The girl from the group invited me to round 1 this Sunday, but I turned her down. That was the day Himeno and I had made plans to go to the movies. Indeed, I was able to more or less understand what had happened. When she asked me why, I told her I already had plans with you. Of course, I hesitate to tell her that, you know, because she was persistent. But you could have gone. That girl's group was big. There was an event or something, basically the whole class went along with them. But it wasn't strictly a good thing. The group pride was as great as the group mentality. The girl that had come over a few minutes earlier was particularly striking. I like I'd go. Why, you should know that that you take priority. But if you turn them down, they won't invite you anymore, will they? If their pride was really that high, then that's how it would be. I had heard that, except for the girl, as the leader and the two others, people were regularly being brought in and thrown out of the group. It wasn't something I cared to hear about, but the bad things girls who had been kicked out said regularly found their way into my ears. How big is this class? That you can regularly bring people in and kick them out. You're gonna run out of people in that way. Yeah, I won't be invited anymore, for sure. What? But that means... I saw this as a disadvantage for Himeno, who loved going to events. Like, she could have had an advantage getting elected to executive committee for things like culture festival or sports festival, or getting votes for a program or something. May sound like a discussion of politics, but ever since reaching junior high, things have had this kind of mysterious flow to them. Yeah, that's how social circles typically work. Anyway, I was the one who turned her down. It's not some form of discrimination, I just didn't like them from the start. As she readily declared this, there wasn't a hint of doubt in Himeno's face. This kind of thing happened several more times until now. Cheerful and fun to be with, beautiful Himeno was also popular with her classmates. Since I was always with her, there were plenty of instances of jealousy. But from what I saw, Himeno didn't discriminate against anyone or try to butter them up, just like with the girls from that group. I often ask Himeno, why are you friends with me? Is it really something you need to ask? More importantly, it's not like I'm being friends with you as some kind of favor. I'm your friend because it's fun, okay? Every time I asked, Himeno laughed it off. I really love that smile that she gave to me at those times. Once again, I ventured past ways behind the tanks. I thought that would get me to the Fish of the World booth, but I was probably led astray while I was out of it. Anyway, I should get going. I'd rather something borrows Mari's form and attacks me like earlier. I don't know if I can defend myself against it. Safe passageway, safe no longer means anything, so I should speed through the passageway. Upon looking at the map, I see that there appears to be a room at the end of the passageway. Just as I expected, there are 3 doors before me. Okay. I have no choice but to take one of them one by one. The first being... So this is not a bad end choice, at the very least. Director's office. Why? I don't know. It seems like it would be important. This is the director's office. I mumble while looking up at the words written on the sign above the door. The door appearance differs greatly from the doors on the storeroom and the reference room, with red ornaments decorating it. Even if there had been no sign, I would have known this room belonged to someone important at first glance. The atmosphere from out here almost seems to have a heavy air to it, as if I'm standing before the door of a school principal. If I don't go in and see, I really won't learn anything just staring in from out here. The obvious truth is that I already possess the courage to go through with this. Keeping an eye for any phenomenon while coming through the door, I push on the heavy door. The door makes a scuffing sound on the floor as I open it. Ooh, fancy. Is that water out there? Ah. Please excuse my intrusion. It's not as if anyone would be in here, but without thinking, the words come out. An elegant desk and chairs are situated at the center of the director's office, and bookshelves run along the walls without a gap in between. The main wall, when looking from the entrance, is a giant tank, made of translucent acrylic material. No one can argue this isn't also one of the aquarium's displays. Well, you don't say. Why am I searching in here, by the way? Why am I searching in any of these rooms, by the way? I thought I was trying to get my way back to Himeno. I thought I was trying to get her and then get her out of there. It's not like I can do much for the other girl now. You know, I really hope she learned the truth. I really hope at the very least she died. She was willing to die for her goal. I really hope she achieved it. The room is perfectly in order, giving me a sense of who the director is from the way the desk is. Just more than just neurotic. It doesn't seem to have left even one speck of dust. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly strange, does there? Well, the fact that there's a fucking tank on the wall with the windows and stuff makes me think bad things can happen easily. Just as I mutter this, I notice a map on the top of the desk. Not that a tank is necessary given what happened with the orcas. Only the top of the desk appears to be a work in progress. This is... After moving aside a book that seems to be in use as a weight, I find a map of the aquarium. This one is different from the one I picked up in the back of the stage. The design seems older. The publication date is 5 years ago. 5 years ago. It's not as if I can ignore that number. Everything started for Manton Aquarium and for me. Inside the map, I discover one defining difference. The deep sea fish booth. The place that was closed down 5 years ago is recorded on this map. Could it be... It seems to be the deep sea fish booth was just after coming out of the tunnel. However, it's strange. I've been to that area several times, but there's only one long wall. There's no trace of anything else. It seems as though it was closed down. They filled in the wall. It wasn't like that from the start. Questions rise within me as I consider this. If where I am now is 5 years in the past, then I should be able to get into the deep sea fish booth. Well, the time frame of this different world seems to be all over the place, so there's no guarantee that when we go to that area that it'll be 5 years ago. This line. As I repeatedly look over the map, I spot one red line. The line extends from the deep sea fish booth all the way up to a circle at the top of the map where there's nothing else. The staff passageway connects to the deep sea fish booth. My idea seemingly confirmed, I nod without realizing it. Deep sea fish booth is the only place in the aquarium I haven't seen yet. Surely Manton Aquarium secrets will be there. Just a little further, then I can finally reach it. This is... As I trace my finger along the map, I mentally position the booths in the aquarium on it. Come out of the tunnel tank and turn right, and the Fish of the World booth should be there. Go in a straight line immediately after turning left at the passageway behind that, and take another left, and there's the director's office. In other words, if going straight through the map says, as the map says, this office is just past the tunnel tank, and between the tunnel tank and the director's office is situated the deep sea fish booth. Then this room with the red circle is here. The director's office is directly connected to the deep sea fish booth. Since there's nothing written on the map's blank spaces save for the red circle, I think it's safe to say that the room I'm in, it's the room I'm in right now. Stop looking at the map and begin to glance around at the room. There's nothing but bookshelves on the wall, even though there should be something leading to the deep sea fish booth. The tank. Looking at the tank and the interiors of the room, I mutter. Surely there should be something within the tank. I can't swim through the tank and reach the deep sea fish booth. I'll have to look around the room again more thoroughly. Just as I was about to look around the room, I spot a picture frame on the desk. It is of two people standing side by side, but has probably been stretched from its original resolution, making it hard to clearly distinguish the faces. However, they are familiar. As I'm exploring the desk, I discover something of a metal frame below it. About 50 centimeters all around, the parts and materials on the inside are different. On one side of it, I find the collapsible handle. Put my hand on the thing that looks like a handle with the intent to pull on it. Stop. Without thinking, I look over my shoulder for the voice that seemed to come from nowhere. That was just my imagination, right? Even if it's not my imagination, it wouldn't be the first time here in Manton Aquarium. As if mocking me, as I try to find an explanation for it, the voice continues with an even louder, "Stop it! Stop it! Oh, stop it!" I have to ignore it. I want to get away from this voice. I have to keep going. Shut my eyes and pull harder. At the same time, the ground trembles with clatter. You can hear the sound of the room creaking. I open my eyes and look back at one of the legs on the desk. It's shaking. An earthquake. In a normal earthquake, I would just stay under the desk, but right now I choose not to. I poke my head out to check on the rest of the room. The bookshelves, everything on top of the desk, even the water in the tank is shaking. Prepare myself for the possibility of the tank rupturing, but is a needless worry. I'm aware of one strange fact. This shaking isn't a natural phenomenon. Because the place where I'm standing isn't shaking at all. Leave. As the voice echoes, the shaking of the furniture grows stronger. Still, that's the only thing. Leave now. The frequency of the voice echoing out from nowhere is steadily increasing as well. I can't leave yet. Leave. I don't know if my words are getting through. As if in agreement, the vibration of the furniture grows more violent as the mysterious voice strength increases. I will leave. I am leaving. But I will only leave with Himeno. Instinctively, I give the voice my determination. I have no choice but to move on. I sit down once again and reach for the handle under the desk. At that moment, my body is suddenly flipped backwards. It's not that I tumbled down, but it was more like I was pulled back by invisible hands. I won't give up. I won't give up. Leave. 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 No, I won't. Once more, my face is pushed closer to the floor. My vision is concentrated on the small handle. My hand could easily reach it, but... my body is once again knocked back by an unknown force. It doesn't matter how many times It doesn't matter how many bad experiences I've had up to this point. Surely with just one more step, I can reach this unknown territory. What if there's nothing there? No, there has to be. This force is trying to stop me. That is proof of it. Even if there's nothing there, I will leave here, together with Himeno. I'm no longer the me who knew nothing. Even if I have to drag Himeno behind me, I'll find a safe way out, and leave this place no matter what. So I must absolutely keep going. At that moment, there is a pulsation. It isn't my heartbeat, but the entire room is pulsating with a loud thump. Wait, what? Is something else happening now? At that moment, the shaking of the furniture stops. In exchange, my own heart is pumping blood rapidly through my body with a ba-thump, ba-thump. All the lights in the room go out and becomes pitch black. I use my hands to feel for the handle on the floor, but I can't seem to find it. Oh, great. This light. The phosphorescent red light begins to shine through the tank inside the director's office. The water inside the tank becomes illuminated with that red color, faintly lighting the whole room. The red light seems to be corroding the entire room, little by little. Fish? How? Fish swimming in the air begin to penetrate the room. They seem to be riding the flow of the light from the tank, swimming inside the red light. Fish swimming where there is no water, probably a major misunderstanding I've had here in Manton Aquarium. This red light is water. The room quickly fills with the light. If the room fills with water, I'll drown. Staying in this room in this state is dangerous. Okay. This is probably a good place to stop. Next time we'll figure out if it's a good idea to stick around here and be super determined or leave the room for my safety's sake. Okay, so... so many bad things happen this episode. So many bad things happen this episode. I guess Mayumi's becoming much stronger. She's becoming much more determined and brave, I suppose. But, the girl, I don't even know her name, she died. And then the Mari that I had a little bit of hope pinned on turned out to be a fake meant to kill me. I don't know how it's planning to kill me, but I sort of don't want to find out. Okay, let's see. What could be... Okay, so we've come to the conclusion that the red light is the water. So that's one of the explanations for how this is working. And, it's not blood. And I'm sort of assuming that, like, with the face room with the jellyfish, that wasn't blood. That was just water with the red light inside of it. And that slowly began to get into the rest of the room. So that makes a little bit of sense. But, it does seem consistent with what we've seen so far, at the very least. It doesn't explain why things are randomly showing up, like the frogs. As for the explanation behind this, I'm guessing... maybe the crazy bitch lady killed the girl's father? Because I know that's why she was here. I'm just so disappointed that she's dead now. She's like the... I guess Himeno is a pretty cool character too, especially if the flashbacks have really characterized her in a good way. I mean, with her so, not in a great state at the moment, it makes sense that they'd try to characterize her more like that. I mean, she seems like she's one of the leads, yet she's not really in the story much so far. So I like Himeno, I like the girl that died, and they're both on death's doors, and the two that I don't like so much, Hiyoshi and, bitch lady, Rieko. Whatever the fuck her last name was, I don't remember. Those two are alive and well. Presumably. Unfortunately. Okay, well, I'll see you all next time. Drive safely.